Hopefully this is what I'm looking for. It looks the same as the stuff I already have, though. Well, I don't see any other options. Fingers crossed, this is what I need. Alright, so I got the paper base. If you watched the first Cactus video, came out just a couple videos prior to this one, I used a different type of paper base. I mean, it wasn't a different type, it's just a different one. It's from Lowe's. And usually when you rinse it off, it's kind of pretty. Gray with like some hints of red. Well, not this one. This one was pretty gross. I guess gross is a little bit harsh, but it's just like gray and it felt pumicey. I didn't like it, but I do like it for mixing into the soil for the cactus. So yeah, long story short, ran by Home Depot to see if their paper base is the paper base I had been buying that rinses off kind of pretty. And I also need to do the next cactus video. And I wanted to pick up a little aloe to put in there. I used an aloe in one of my other cactus and succulents videos that I did. I think it was back in May. One of the seashell, blah, blah. It was one of the seashell planters. And I liked the aloe a lot. It was called like Coral Teeth or Coral Fire. I can't remember. But they had some there with the assortment. So I grabbed one of those just to put some color. And I'm rambling. I'm going to go home, finish that, and then it's going to be time to get that cactus garden set up. I think I have one planter to do left that I'll be doing here in the vlog. And then, yeah, going to get going. Finally. Also, kind of a gloomy day, but it's a pretty day, but it's kind of gloomy. It rained all morning, which is fantastic, but kind of rushing to get things done here between the storms. Well, I can't say that that's any different than the other paper base. Don't remember if I explained or not, but I used a different bag from a different store in the Hardy planter that I did just a few videos prior to this one. And I didn't like it. It looked different. So I went to Home Depot, which just happened. You already know this. And it's not... I still don't like it. I mean, I like it better than pea gravel, so it'll do. But it's not exactly what I was going for. Here's where I'm starting things off. I have one planter left to do, and I was going to fill this all with Echeverias. I had 4 of the neon breakers, which is this guy right here, one of my favorite Echeverias. Problem is, though, it turns out I do not have 4 of the neon breakers. I have 1 neon breaker and 3 Echevianas, which is a hybrid of neon breaker. The leaves are a little bit more thick. You can kind of see here a little bit more compact growth, and they don't necessarily have the same colorful outlining on the leaves. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the neon breakers in the middle and space the other 3 around it. Kind of like that, but better. I also have these 2 massive Echeverias. This variety I think is called Francesca, maybe. But I think they're too big to incorporate into here, so I'm just going to leave them out, leave them separated. They're starting to go out of flower anyway, so that doesn't really matter. I already have my soil mixed up here, just general potting soil. This is just Miracle-Gro soil. And I put in some more perlite and some gravel and some sand just to basically make it so it doesn't, you don't want to have much hold to it, want it to be gritty, want it to drain quickly, all that fun stuff. I could just use a pre-made cactus mix, but the only one I can find available where I live is not my favorite mix. It retains too much moisture. I don't like it. I end up having to, what's it called? Supplement it? Amend it. I end up having to amend it either way, and it comes in small bags. It's expensive. So I'm like, I may as well just buy regular potting soil and do it myself, right? And as I've been planting these, I go through and I try and pull off any dead foliage on the bottom. And I'm also removing some of the soil, just very lightly with my thumb that's up around the base of the plant. That's not entirely necessary. The reason I do that is I like for there to be a little bit of a gap there so that the gravel can sit between the foliage and the soil when it's in the pot. That way moisture doesn't wick back up and rot the plant. So yeah, easy peasy. Fill that in on both sides. Then I'll top dress it and this is done. Oh, but I'm not top dressing this one the same as the others. I'm using glass marbles. Glass, aren't all marbles glass? I'm mixing them in with different various aquarium type pretty things. The only hesitation I have towards this is that there are some clear pieces in here and that could refract some light and scorch them a little bit. They look like they're slightly frosted though, so it should be alright. I know you might be wondering, like, why are you using marbles? That's kind of weird. Because I had them. I picked up a bunch of them on clearance at Hobby Lobby. Not the ones for the aquarium, but all these other ones for like $1 a bag. So I got a few bags and it works. Also, this is if I layer the planters, which I'm planning on doing, but I don't know how it's going to work out. This is going to be on the top, and I want it to stand out. I'm not doing a lot with it, so I kind of want to take something that's a little bit plain and spruce it up a little bit. So with the ones for the aquarium gravel, I went ahead and I just blended those together because there's not enough of them to spread around the entire thing. The entire planter is what I'm trying to say. So this way I can disperse them without it kind of being thin. That's what I'm saying. Having the white underneath it's just going to make them stand out a little bit more. This might even be a little bit too much, really, but I don't know. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to finish this up, get it rinsed off, and move on. Also, sorry about the line. I'm standing under the umbrella because it's really hot. Oh, wow. That's a really pretty cloud. Anyways, yeah, so that's what that is. That's the fun of a vlog, right? Keep things a little bit more casual. Oh, I'm gonna have to pull that out of there. Whoops. Well, ooh. Hey, butterfly. I can't decide if I love this or hate it. Really, it doesn't help that the lighting has it split in half, but it's not my favorite thing. But I do kind of like it. I just wanted the one on top to stand out. It doesn't really go with this planter. I have some other pots that this would go really well with, so I may end up pulling it out, which is fine. I pull planters apart all the time. That's not a big deal. I mean, I prefer for it to have like a finished product and absolutely love it. And I do love it, but it also like just doesn't go, but it kind of does. The other thing I have to keep in mind here is that this neon breakers, these are vigorous. This will at least double to triple in size, and it could end up overshadowing the Echeverias. I'm not sure, but I think that when this gets bigger, the colors will play better together. You know, I have this big pink stone in here, and then this over. It's fine. Let's go look at where this is going, and I have a surprise for you too over there. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this, but look at that. It already bloomed, but I mean, look at the size of this thing. I'll post a time-lapse of the bloom at the end of this video, but it's got more ready to go. I'm really excited about this. It's really neither here nor there, but it is somewhat relevant. Extremely relevant, actually. So I have my tripod set up here from filming that time-lapse, but this entire planter, it's kind of heavy. That's a 30-inch pot, big plants in it. Now, it has gravel in it up to about halfway, but gravel's heavy too. It's lava rock, but still heavy. And I'm nervous. Because what's going on here, I guess you may not know what's happening. I need to explain things. So this is going to be going back here into this gravel bed. I'm going to dig it out so it sits down a little bit. And then I'm going to be putting the other bowls that I've been making in the past 3 videos, including this one, around it. But I'm nervous to move this because these buds pop off kind of easily. We had a storm a few days ago and about 5 or 6 of them just bloop, popped right off. So I don't know if I'm going to move this one yet. I want to. I might do it. It really, man, it seems risky. I'm not sure. For now, though, I need to get in here. I need to cut back this Arundo Dunax. This is the peppermint stick reed grass. That's what this is. I had this planted here originally to fill in this gap and provide some privacy, but the trees have grown together and now it grows out for the sun. Just doesn't really work, so I'm going to give it a snip back, open the wall up a little bit, and I'm going to start moving the plants in. And hopefully it will look good. I really don't know. This isn't really working. I think I might need help, because I need to like lift it from the back to slide the front. Problems. I don't know what to do. I'm going to figure something out though. Okay, managed to mostly get that in. I'm going to need help straightening it out, but that's going to have to wait till Saturday, which is when the vlog comes out, so it's fine like this. And I got the planter set up. Only issue I have here is I would prefer the one with the marbles to be up here and this one be down there, but the way this Apuntia sticks up there, if I put this guy down here with the marbles up there, not really going to be able to see it. So, it's fine. I could pull the marbles and swap them out. I'm not going to do that. And I'm trying to get away from feeling like everything has to be symmetrical. It doesn't. That's not natural. So, it's gonna grow on me. I mean, I actually already really like it a lot, but I just wish that the marbles were up there and that was down there, but it just doesn't work that way. So I'm gonna do some tidying. I'll put the hoses and hide those, and I have more plants, more cactus to kind of stagger around here. But the bones of this is done. Also, pardon the noise. I don't know what's going on up there, but it doesn't seem to want to stop. I have so much cleaning up to do. I really made a mess getting these things potted up. I also realized that in the future, next time I do something like that, plant them up where you're going to put them, because they were very heavy and I got lots and lots of cactus needles in my arms. You would think that'd be common sense, but for filming, I needed them up high on a table. It didn't work to have them on the ground. Next time, I'll do it differently though. And I am going to be playing around with this entire area more, but that won't be until like next week. And I mean, I'm not probably going to vlog it. I'm just going to kind of do it and get it done, and you'll be able to see it then. It'll be much prettier. The main thing was I wanted to get these three planters staged. I needed to do something in there to hide that little piece of plastic down here. I had to use a milk crate to get that level, but otherwise, it's good. Let's see here, the vlog is a little bit shorter this week, and that's just because, well, last week I was really busy, which overflowed into this week. It was a really fun weekend. I went out and just like had a full day in nature. It was absolutely beautiful. Went to like a sunflower maze. Actually, I did a quick video of that. I'm gonna speed it up really fast. Might be kind of dizzying, but here that is. So that was an awful lot of fun. And then Saturday night went to the Flora Borealis at the Missouri Botanical Gardens, which was a light show, and that was interesting. I don't really even know how to explain that, to be honest. And it's a longer video, and I'm not gonna put that in here. Oh, and I went to the river what's it called? Where the Missouri River meets the Mississippi River. There's a big park there with a big field full of sunflowers. It was beautiful. That'll be a separate video too, because it's like 3 minutes long. And it's just gonna be a video of pretty things. Clouds, sunflowers, rivers, things like that. I really should be cutting these daisies a little bit lower, but I'm already so nasty and sticky, I don't feel like getting dirtier. I can go in and clean that up later. You don't have to deadhead the Shasta daisies, but it just looks so much nicer to get the dead flowers out of the plants. Yes, that's much better. And I finally got new snippers, so taking advantage of that. Got a lot of stuff cut out from the wall where I just put all those cactus. Oh, and up here, here's the other Othana. In the video where I planted this guy, I put a little clipping of the Othana over the front, and I mentioned my clamshell planter where it was growing like crazy. Look at how much that's grown. I don't think that this has been in the garden tours, so you haven't really seen an update on this in the last month, but that stuff has just grown like insanity. Really vigorous stuff. I love it. So eventually, that was my thought in my head, was eventually this Othana is going to grow over the front and kind of hide that, but that's going to take a while. I don't know if I feel like waiting. Oh, you want to see the time-lapse? Want to see this guy bloom? Here it is. Wasn't that pretty? I was pretty much mesmerized by that flower most of the night. I stayed up pretty late filming that time-lapse. It was also my first time-lapse. I mean, I've done a lot of time-lapses, but that was through filming. This was actually where it takes a picture every few seconds, and the ISO and a few things were a little bit off, but I'm still learning, but it came out pretty cool. I absolutely am obsessed with the flowers on that cactus. Holy crap, why was it so hard for me to say that? It's supposedly not self-fertile, so I don't know if that's actually going to grow the little Peruvian apples on it, but we will see. Everything I read online, the majority of studies say, nah, probably not going to self-pollinate, but there are other people who say, well, they only have one, but theirs puts out fruit, so I don't know. I hope it does, though, because I want to feed them to my tortoise. I think he would really enjoy them. Are you guys not hungry? That would be a first. Come on, come get your food. Huh, that's bizarre. Guys, come on, come get your food. Come eat. What's going on? I mean, I did already feed them, but these are koi. That doesn't normally stop them. I usually give them a little bit of food a few times a day to kind of spread it out, but they're not budging. Also, I think the waterfall here, I think that pushes, you can kind of see it pushes the pellets down, so they don't always have to come up like they used to. And that's okay, because sometimes I soak their food anyways, just because koi, soft food's a little bit better for them, so that's fine. One of my favorite bromeliads is spiking. Isn't that awesome? I'm going to be doing a separate video on that. I have a few bromeliads that are in bloom, actually, and several orchids that are starting to spike, so I will finally be doing an orchid video. I was just kind of waiting for some flowers. That's really all it's been about. I just wanted some flowers to look at. I like being able to have those in the video so I can look back at them and go, oh, that's what you looked like. There are a lot of orchid keepers out there who are good about taking pictures and writing things down like they have a journal. Do you think I'm one of those people? Yeah, absolutely not. I would like to be, but that's just not me. Not right now anyways. Maybe someday. But as is for now, I just look back at the videos, and that works fine. Doesn't really help with remembering when things have been repotted and what, oh man, I need to repot, like, everything. Things will be really busy the next couple weeks. I have heliconias to repot, a silver satin pothos that needs to be repotted very, very, very badly. That poor thing's hanging on by a thread. I really need to repot my areca palms. They're just not thriving like they should be. They've been in their pots for a few years, but I don't have a bigger pot to move them in, so I'm going to have to root prune them, and that's complicated. I'm going to need assistance for that. Anyways, I've rambled enough. Hope everybody's doing well. I've seen some of you on Instagram showing me pictures of things you've been doing with your cactus, setting them up in pots along your fences and whatnot, and it looks really, really, really cool. Oh, and I have my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that stuff down below, down there in the description of the video, and if you follow me, I follow you back, and I say this at the end of every video. It's fun seeing everybody's pictures and what's going on in everybody's garden. These impatiens are kind of dwarfing the trunk on the spindle palm a little bit, aren't they? Once I get talkative, I get distracted so easily. Okay, yeah. I hope everybody's doing well. Don't forget to leave the video a thumbs up. It helps so much. Hope you saw all three parts of the videos, the cold hardy, the tropical, and then this one. Well, if you're here, if you made it to this point, you've seen it. But the thumbs up helps a lot, so thank you very much. And subscribe as well. It's actually down there. It's uploaded multiple times a week. I am covered in sweat, so not showing my arms. Okay, yeah, that's gonna do it. I always say, sorry it's a shorter vlog. It probably won't be any shorter than normal. I never know, but they're always about the same length, or way too long. Because I just can't seem to shut up. I just love talking to my plant friends. Okay, I'm actually shutting up now. And don't forget, most importantly, everybody, as always, keep on growing.